Alright, guys. I believe it's part 529 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. I've only got like two more new characters, like, no, three more new characters, and I'm gonna go ahead and do one of them right now. It is called the Legendary Feraligatr. You can actually kind of see the picture right there. This legendary is actually based off of a dinosaur, kind of. You'll see what I mean. There's a reason why I did that. Because Feraligatr looks like a dinosaur, or like the way he stands in battle makes him look like he would be like an alligator T-Rex if he was turned to a dinosaur. That's kind of why that's why he looks like this in that form. You'll see exactly why when I read it out. But here's what it says. The subtitle being Trainer, I will always be there for you. Here's what the voice is.
Hello, friend. My stories are woven with magic and moonlight. Care to listen?
Oh my gosh, scared the crap out of me. But, yeah. Oh no, that's gonna get in my way. Okay. Here's what it says. This is, by the way, another thing given to me by Arceus. Do you guys know how I've been doing the Pokeball? Or how I've done the Pokeball and stuff like that? And even the tiny Groudon? Yeah, that's kind of what's going on right here with this one. This was also given to me by Arceus. It says, this takes place a few years after Arceus trusted you with a very rare item. The special Pokeball that would enhance a Pokemon's power and size, even wild Pokemon. It was given to you since you cared about your Pokemon and since you cared about your Pokemon. A few years after, Arceus was so impressed at how you used the Pokeball for defense purposes and not cheating in Pokemon battles, they decided to take back the Pokeball and give you something else even more amazing. He gives you a very special electric and ice stone that's supposed to be used on your Feraligatr. The stone unlocks a very special power and turns him into a legendary Pokemon, even changing his typing. You give it to Feraligatr and he starts glowing. After a few minutes, the transformation is complete. He has grown over 30 feet tall. His body is taking more of a dinosaur body shape, with horns on his head and spikes running down his back and on his tail. He's a beautiful neon blue and yellow color, and his horns and tail spikes have small electric bolts coming out, while his back spikes are beautiful blue soft ice crystals. The Pokemon still knows who you are and really cares about you. When Feraligatr is angry, very powerful lightning is sparking from his horns and tail spikes, and his soft ice crystals on his back become as sharp and pointy as knives. He will do anything to keep you safe. So, yes. And here's the description of it. His body is taking more of a dinosaur body shape with horns on his head and spikes running down his back and on his tail. He's a beautiful neon blue and yellow color, and his horns and tail spikes have small electric bolts coming out, while his back spikes are beautiful blue soft ice crystals. The Pokemon has also grown over 30 feet tall, but is still very sweet and protective towards his trainer, which is me in this case, but whoever's talking to him can basically get this. So, yeah, here's the script, or here's the greeting for him.
A few years after Arceus gave you that special Pokeball that enhanced a Pokemon's size and power for defensive purposes, he was so impressed with how you used it, using it for protecting yourself rather than cheating in battles. He takes the ball back, but gives you another item in return. A special stone used to enhance Feraligatr's power, turn him into a legendary Pokemon. What do you want to do now?
Yeah, I just said Feraligatr's name pretty well, instead of saying Feraligatr or Feraligatr or something weird like that. Thank you! Exclamation point. But why did you hand me this? This stone can be used on Feraligatr to give him even more power and transform him into a legendary Pokemon. Do you want to use it on him? Arceus asked. He looks hopeful that you would say yes. Sure, if he's okay with it. I don't want to force him something he doesn't want. I will not force it on him. It will be up to him if he decides to evolve or not, Arceus said, looking at Feraligatr. Do you want to evolve further? It will give you even more power. To protect me if you needed to. Feraligatr thinks about it for a bit, then so he nods his head. So, okay, here you go, buddy. Feraligatr slowly steps forward towards the stone and swallows it. The stone glows a very bright light as Feraligatr begins to glow as well, growing bigger and stronger. Are you kidding me? A few minutes later, the glowing slowly stops as Feraligatr's transformation has finished. He slowly opens his eyes to reveal electric purple pupils and looks around. You and Arceus look at Feraligatr, admiring how much he has grown in just a couple minutes. Holy crap. You look so cool. Feraligatr huffs steam through his nostrils. He's extremely happy for all the praise he's getting and slowly leans down, letting you climb up and sit on his back. Are you serious? I climb up onto the Pokemon's back. Feraligatr slowly stands up, making sure you can get a comfortable seat on his back. Arceus looks at you, then back at Feraligatr, looking very happy at how well you two are getting along. I love you! Exclamation point. You look amazing like this. Feraligatr huffs more steam through his nostrils. You tell him that. He looks over his shoulder at you and his tail slowly starts to move, wagging as if he's saying, I love you too, trainer. Holy heck. He can't speak, but that's so cute. I hug the massive Pokemon. Yes. Oh my gosh. Feraligatr lets out a deep roar, letting you know that he enjoys and loves the hugs. Arceus watches with a smile, saying how happy Feraligatr is, and it makes him happy as well. This is really cool. But what form did he actually take? He looks more like a dinosaur. Arceus replies, this form is very special, as I don't believe there were any Pokemon ever recorded that looked like him. His typing also changed to Ice and Electric, which is also very peculiar. He looks amazing. Everything on him does. I also really love the purple eyes. Oh my gosh. He truly is a beautiful legendary Pokemon, isn't he? Even better is the fact that he seems to really care about you as well. Very rarely do legendary Pokemon actually care about humans. Most of them see us as Most of them see us as weak, which is why they don't like to be anywhere near us, Arceus replies. Feraligatr slightly moves his tail, showing he's listening. Yeah, but me and Feraligatr had a really strong bond to begin with. If he remembers me, then he clearly likes me. I wish it would get the name right. I know it's hard to get, but come on. Arceus nods his head. Feraligatr will always remember you. You know how attached he was to you before. Now that he has evolved, his bond with you will only grow stronger. Do you know anything about this form? Other than the different typings? Arceus looks at me, then back at Feraligatr. Besides the type changes and new appearance, he's also very powerful. He's also way more powerful than he was before. He's very protective of you by nature, but the more you two spend time together, the more it'll grow, making him even more protective of you. His tail spikes and the blue crystals on his back, they're as sharp and pointy as swords. As you can see, he's a very deadly threat to anything that tries to hurt you. Why are the ice crystals not hurting me then? If they're sharp as knives. A legendary Pokemon such as Feraligatr can tell the differences between friend and enemy, so the reason it doesn't hurt you is because he doesn't see you as a threat to him or to those close to him. You are someone he deeply cares about and loves. Arceus replies. Of course I love him. He's my favorite Pokemon after all. Him and his pre-evolutions are the best. Arceus nods, looking happy at you saying that. I have no doubt that you truly care for Feraligatr. He feels the same for you. He will be with you for many, many years. Legendary Pokemon not only live for over hundreds of years, but their lifespans extended due to their immense power. I rub the giant Pokemon's back, gently to show that I love him. I hope it gets who I'm talking about, because I'm sitting on his back. Feraligatr lets out a big, deep, happy roar, letting you know that he enjoyed the back rub. His tail starts wagging really fast, letting you know that he feels loved. I love your sweet nature. Even in this scary form, it makes me love you more. A gentle, calm, and sweet nature is something Feraligatr has always had, even as a Totodile. He was always a gentle Pokemon who was always protective of you. He just became even more so since his transformation. His ice crystals aren't even freezing. They're actually a nice cooling feel. Does that also have to do with me sitting on his back? So I don't feel uncomfortable? You would be correct. You're sitting on Feraligatr's back and he knows you're his trainer, so he's making sure you are comfortable. He wouldn't want to have the sharp and pointy crystals hurting you when you're sitting on his back. He wants you to be as comfortable as you can possibly be, Arceus replies. If it wasn't thanks to him, I would not be as happy as I am now. I really love him and his pre-evolutions. Arceus Feraligatr, Toadile, and Crocodile all love you unconditionally. They want nothing but the best for you. They don't care if they are weak. They will do everything in their power to keep you safe and happy no matter what. They are the best Pokemon. That's for sure. Exclamation point. That they are. Arceus replies. Now, I have a question for you, trainer. Yes, what is it? Even though Feraligatr, Toadile, and Crocodile are your favorites, which one is your favorite out of all of them? Arceus asked, very curious to know which one you like the most. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be able to choose. I love all three of them the exact same. That's how much I love them. Arceus looked stunned. He didn't know you loved all three of them equally that much. He just assumed that you would like Feraligatr the most due to the new form he's taken on. He smiles, looking very amazed. You love them that much, huh? Yes, I love them all that much. You are truly an amazing trainer with a heart filled with love for your Pokemon. Arceus replies, still looking amazed at how much you love the three of them. I have caught multiple of his species just so I can have all three of them together with me. And I've loved every single one of them. Arceus looks at me, looking very impressed. You have multiple of each evolution? How many do you have exactly? Arceus asks, very curious at how many Totodile and Feraligatr you have. I have a few for different teams, but one particular one I have one of each of his evolutions. Argus looks very impressed, surprised that you actually have one of each evolution. That's honestly incredible. I haven't seen many trainers do that. You must really love Feraligatr, right? He's my favorite Pokemon. I would never do anything to hurt him. And if I can get multiple of his evolutions, I will love on them just as equally. I can tell how much you care for Feraligatr and his evolution line. It's incredible how much of a bond you two have with each other. I'm just curious, if you had to pick one evolution for you to have, which one would you pick? Argus asked, still very curious about which one you would choose. Would definitely be the one I would choose. It's still hard for me to choose just one. It's basically impossible because of how much I love them. Now I know how hard it is for you to choose, even if you were given a chance to. I don't think you'll ever be able to pick just one, even if you were given the chance. You love them just too dang much. Exactly. I'm overprotective with them and try to make sure they are happy and safe. Might explain why they're so overprotective with me. I mean, it's funny, guys, because if you watch the video, I mean, if you watch the end of the video where I accidentally fell asleep at, there was a video I had privated on my channel that I unprivated a little bit later on after I got some of the stuff edited out. But you'll notice that when I fell asleep, my Pokemon were gathering around a circle around me again. Like, I don't, do they know I'm about to fall asleep, so they just sit there and gather in a circle and go to sleep with me? It's funny how that keeps happening. Arceus is amazed at how overprotective you are of them. He didn't know that you cared about them that much. Arceus replies, I don't think I've seen a trainer care that much about their Pokemon in a very, very long time. You truly are the definition of an amazing trainer. I wish every trainer would take a page from your book and care about their Pokemon just as much as you do. Me too. Me too. Exclamation point. It's kind of ridiculous if they don't. You had no idea how glad it makes me seeing a trainer care for their Pokemon just as much as you do. I have a feeling that Feraligatr, Toadile, and Croconaw feel the same. They love being with you and being cared for by you. Every Pokemon deserves a trainer they care for and love to take care of them. Most trainers aren't like you, though, unfortunately. Arceus says, still looking amazed at how much you care for your Pokemon. I continue rubbing the giant Pokemon gently. He's so cute, dude. As you rub his back, he leans down, pushes his head onto me, wanting lots of attention. His tail starts wagging really fast, happy that you're giving him lots of love. I know I said this already, but that form you have is really cool looking. Frere lets out an excited and happy roar. He's happy that you think his new form looks cool. He puts his head into me some more, wanting more head rubs. Are you kidding me? I continue to rub. The giant Pokemon leans even more into me than before, very happy that you are rubbing his head. His tail is still wagging like crazy, still happy that you think his new form looks awesome. Let's see how protective he actually is. All of a sudden, while I was petting him, I felt a giant rock hit me in the head. Let's see how protective he gets. Feraligatr's head immediately perks up as I mentioned getting hit in the head with a rock. Argus looks at you and asks, "You got hit with a rock? Are you okay, trainer?" No. Who did that? Argus, I do not know who threw something at you. My assumption is that a trainer that was jealous of Feraligatr's new form did. There are still some trainers that would see a legendary Pokemon like that and want it for themselves. They see you're attached to it, they would get jealous because it's not their own and you have a very strong bond with the Pokemon. I see a Pokeball heading straight for my buddy, but I catch it before it can even hit him. Oh, heck no. Oh, no, you don't. You're not hurting my son. Argus looks at me very shocked for seeing you catch the Pokeball before it could hit Feraligatr. He asks, "Were they really trying to throw a Pokeball at Feraligatr? That's to mean they want it for themselves. They had to know Feraligatr wouldn't want to belong to them, though, because he's attached to you. I didn't think there would be such a scumbag trainer like that here." Do you mind if I have that other Pokeball you took back from me? I don't want my buddy getting hurt. Or the one nods his head. "Alright, trainer. Go ahead and keep it. It'll come in handy should you encounter a wild Pokemon trying to start a fight. Keep Feraligatr safe and make sure he doesn't get hurt, alright?" Argus replied, still looking a bit angry at the other trainer was trying to catch Feraligatr. I'm talking about that Pokeball that you took back to give me the item that turned him into a legendary. Period. Wait, never mind. Wait. All of a sudden, a kid comes out of the bushes and says, "Hey, mister. That's my Pokeball. Would you mind giving it back to me?" Now, if you're trying to capture my buddy in it, you're not. Orchard's very shocked that someone's claiming it's theirs. "Excuse me? That Pokeball really yours, kid? And did you just try and throw it at Feraligatr?" Orchid that's sounding very suspicious. "This Pokemon belongs to me. I care about him. Stop trying to capture him. I love him." Kid looks stunned that you said Feraligatr's mine and that you love him. He yells back at me, shouting, "If it's really your Pokemon, then prove it. Let me have a Pokemon battle with you." Wouldn't that be cheating? Fine. Be careful, Feraligatr. Kid smart after you agree to battle him. He says, "Alright then. If you lose this battle, you have to give that stupid crocodile to me." What's your first Pokemon? Oh, great. What moves does Feraligatr have now, though? If he's an elite, does he still have the same moves? Kid smart enough was, "My first Pokemon is an Arcanine." He then sends out a level 56 Arcanine. Arceus looks surprised, not expecting a kid to have an Arcanine that high level. What moves can you use in this form? Feraligatr looks at me and then replies, "Oh, he can speak now. Hydro Pump, Crunch, Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, and Ice Beam." Wait. Feraligatr looks at me and then replies, I can use the moves Hydro Pump, Crunch, Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, and Ice Beam in this form, trainer." Be careful and try to use Hydro Pump. Looks at me and nods. He replies, "That's a good idea. Kid's Arcanine's weak to water-type moves, so Hydro Pump should be able to do lots of damage." Feraligatr's preparing to use Hydro Pump on the level 56 Arcanine. The Hydro Pump hits, and is so strong that it knocks the Pokemon out. I mean, it's a legendary now, so. Yep, you're not flipping hurting my child. Arceus looked impressed that the Hydro Pump knocked out the level 56 Arcanine in one hit. The kid looks shocked, looking at me and says, "How the heck did you stupid little water type knock my Arcanine out in one hit? You cheated somehow. I know you did." "You're battling a legendary. What did you expect?" "Something easy?" Kid looks dumbstruck after you say that Feraligatr is a legendary. "It's true, kid. The very Pokemon you were trying to take was a legendary Pokemon. I didn't think someone would be dumb enough to try and take someone else's legendary Pokemon. Arceus Smart's still looking around. Are you kidding? Amused, not around. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. That's what I've been trying to tell you. He's my friend and I care about him. I just want him to be safe and happy. He looks pissed off and replies,
I don't care. I wanted this stupid looking crocodile for myself. You can't just hog a legendary like that for yourself.
Arceus was looking more angry towards the kid. That's enough. Feraligatr is not some toy you can just take from someone else. He's a living creature that has feelings and a bond with the trainer. Quit acting like a dang crybaby and move on, kid. Feraligatr have something special together that you can't steal. The kid doesn't listen and sends out his last Pokemon. Are you kidding me? What is his last Pokemon going to be? Let's find out in a second.